then I will flush with water, and then I can run my feeds again. Negative judgments I receive for eating when I have a feeding tube. Good Thursday morning, y'all.
Spirit fingers.
T-minus 1 day until we leave for our trip. And today the dogs are gonna do something neither of them have ever done before. They are going to the groomers, like to get professionally groomed. We've groomed them before, obviously, but I don't consider that professional. So I think they're gonna enjoy it. We want them to look fierce. What do you say? On fleek. There we go.
I was gonna say fabulous.
Oh, fabulous. Fierce, on fleek, and fabulous. All the F's from Janice.
So many. The fabulous F's.
Yes.
There goes another one.
We want them to look good for our trip, and so we're dropping them off early, so they're the first ones in, so they'll be in and out. They're gonna look great. Hey Pup-Pups, hello, Orion. Okay, Orion's ignoring me, but are y'all ready to go get groomed? So exciting. You can hear their tails wagging as the groomer's going there to grab them. They're so excited and happy.
That's a true golden.
That's a true golden. Like attention? Yes, please. Janice is being
more stressful for me.
She's being
so
sneaky. All right, Harlow's still waiting, but he's so wiggly and happy.
Yeah, she did. She's the one that did it today.
I wanted to tell you.
No worries. Yeah, just let us know. I mean, whenever it is. Okay.
That's okay. Go, Harlow.
Okay, we'll go. You okay? Okay, doke. Have a good day.
Thank you. We'll see you later.
So it's important that Harlow and Orion can ignore other dogs in work mode, but also while they're not working. It's just part of their training as service dogs, especially when we go to the airport, because there are working dogs at TSA for security. There's other service dogs. There's people traveling with their pets, right, Janice? Tons of other dogs. And at Disney, there's also always a lot of dogs. So I was very proud of Harlow just now for ignoring the other dog. So Harlow is not quite sure about this. I mean, she's letting the groomer do what she needs to do, but you can tell in her face and body language, she's like, not sure. Here at the groomers, it can be stressful for dogs because it smells like fear from other dogs. It's a new experience. So as long as Harlow behaves, I'm happy. I don't need her to absolutely love this, but it makes me a little sad. She looks like she's very unsure of this. She looks like she's calmed down a little bit. See, I can tell she's not thrilled, but she's letting the groomer do what she needs to do. So I'm proud of you, Hippo. It might be easier if I'm not there watching her. So we're gonna come over here.
The pressure's on.
The pressure. I know how you felt now when Orion was there, like, my baby.
Yeah.
They'll be good, she'll be good. They did a great job on Orion. She seems to be doing better. And her paws are looking good. Getting her nails dremeled. She's definitely used to the Dremel though. We do it like once a week. Good girl. I came to check on her and she's gone, so she's getting her bath now. Look at my gorgeous girl. And so handsome. Y'all are adorable. Oh gosh, happy dogs. Well y'all, we made it home. The dogs look gorgeous and I'm going to take it easy for a little bit. I kind of mustered all the energy to get up and go to the early grooming appointment, but I did have not a very rough night with my nausea and vomiting, but not as good as the night before. So I'm running on a few less hours of sleep than I needed. So I'm just gonna rest up for a bit. Hey y'all, I have rested up for a while. Today and tomorrow before our flight, we're leaving in the evening, is all about resting, 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 so I can make sure my body is in as good shape as possible to conquer our airplane ride. And right now I'm going to push some Miralax through my J tube, and I'm gonna have a conversation about bowel movements. If you don't like this topic, go ahead and skip it, but my gastroparesis does affect my BMs, so I'm gonna talk about this for a little bit. I alternate between extreme diarrhea, normal BMs, and constipation. And recently I have been constipated, so my first line of defense is Miralax. If this doesn't work after a few days, then I go to something stronger like milk of magnesia. One good thing about having a feeding tube is, well, if I have to take medication that doesn't taste great, put it through my tube and I don't taste it. But also, because of my gastroparesis, I have malabsorption issues in my stomach. and when I put it through my J-tube, my medicine absorbs much better. So I'm going to push the Miralax through my J-tube now. So first I pause my pump and then I'm flushing with water. And my supply company recently got these cool new things. They're called NFit. So instead of just pushing it in, I actually screw in the plungers now, and it's pretty cool. This also glows in the dark to help me when I'm administering medications at night. Then I pull up the Miralax that I have dissolved in water. And I push it, and when I'm done with the Miralax, there's still more in the cup, then I will flush with water, and then I can run my feeds again. What happened, Hippo? I knew this boat was not going to last long. It was cute though. Harley, why don't you spin? Show everyone how beautiful you look. Okay, sit. Look gorgeous. Those paws on point. You ready for our trip in our favorite rocket ship? Orion, you look awesome too. He's coming over here like, hey, I need some praise as well. Well, Paul and Janice have gone to the local outpatient imaging center at their hospital because Janice has some imaging to do today. I'm on dog duty, or they're on Jaquie duty. I don't know, the pups stayed. We are just chilling, and look at this, y'all, you can see it. Can you see how the NFit piece of my extension tubing is glowing? It glows really bright, and my feeding tube port actually glows as well, so you can see it better at night. Anyways, I am just enjoying a snack, these pretzel chips. And I gotta say, I am so grateful for my IV Kytril because it's not a perfect answer, but it's helping. And this got me, like my snack here, got me thinking about a topic I wanted to discuss with y'all. Negative judgments I receive for eating when I have a feeding tube. You see, feeding tubes are used for so many different reasons, and there are lots of different types of feeding tubes. And just because you have a feeding tube does not automatically mean you are NPO, which means absolutely nothing by mouth. Some people with tubes are NPO and some are not. Some people, like myself, use a tube for supplemental nutrition, which means with oral intake alone, I am not able to consume enough to sustain my body, to get all the calories and nutrition I need, so my tube supplements that. Sometimes when my symptoms are worse, 90 to 100% of my nutrition comes from my tube feeds, and whatever I do orally is just considered extra. Other times when things are better managed, maybe only 60 to 70% of my nutrition comes from my feeding tube because I can do more oral intake. But no matter how much I'm relying on my tube feeds, that doesn't automatically mean I can't or should not eat. Because my team strongly believes in the whole you don't use it, you lose it theory. Meaning if I stop eating altogether, then I could lose what little function my stomach has left. So they encourage me to eat and drink when I feel comfortable. Also, I am a human being. I enjoy food. My body objects, and I don't really experience hunger because of my gastroparesis, but I enjoy food. My problem with food is that I can't eat enough because of my gastroparesis. My stomach just can't handle the digestion, and because of my malabsorption in my stomach, whenever I do manage to eat, I just don't absorb all of the calories and nutrition. With my feeding tube, I can maintain a healthy weight. I am getting adequate nutrition and calories. You know, I don't have to worry about that anymore. Did I get enough calories today? I don't have to worry about food or force feeding myself. And because I'm getting reliable nutrition from my tube feeds, I can just eat when I feel comfortable and when I feel like my body is ready to eat. Also, it's not always good to judge what people eat. There are a lot of diets out there. Trust me, I know, I have tried several. But there's not one diet for everybody. There's not even one diet for any specific chronic illness because everybody is so different and chronic illness affects everybody so uniquely. For me personally, I listen to my body because what works for me one day could make me sick the next day. So I listen to what my body feels will settle best. And my medical team does help me with some food choices. Oh, and if I show food on camera, like a plate I've ordered from a restaurant, or if I've cooked and I've served myself some food, don't assume that I'm going to eat it all, because I usually don't. I am a leftover queen. You know, even though we show things on camera, like a meal we're trying to eat, there's no way to know how much of that we can consume, how much of that my body can absorb nutritionally, if I'm even gonna be able to keep it down. And these are all factors that come into play pertaining to why someone may need a feeding tube even though they can eat orally. So there's a little information on that topic. Yes, I need a feeding tube, but yes, I'm still able to eat at times. And I think when people pass judgments, it's because they don't fully understand the situation. That is why I like to spread awareness and advocate to the best of my abilities. And by watching these videos, y'all are helping me in my efforts, so thank you very much. Well, y'all, we are starting to feel a little overwhelmed about our trip. Last minute packing, Janice is packing. I helped her get all her medical supplies into her carry-on.
I love you.
I know, I got you.
She's a pro.
But with packing her stuff, I was like, I don't think I have enough saline, so I put even more saline in my carry-on. I'm waiting for my weekly shipment from my infusion company because they're delivering it here this week since I'm here. Then I've got to go through that stuff.
I feel used.
What do you mean you feel used? I'm just using your address.
That's used. I'm using. Use was in the sentence.
There's just like last minute things to do for our trip. And tonight I need to de-access my port and re-access because I'm supposed to do it tomorrow, but I obviously don't want to worry about it tomorrow because we are flying. I gotta take a shower and just
Feel refreshed.
get these things done. Yes, feel refreshed. It'll be nice. So with that, we gotta get all that done. I'll say goodnight and thanks for joining us on our, oh wait, in case you're wondering where Judd is, don't worry. He is coming with us. He has to work today, so he will be coming tomorrow, and we're leaving tomorrow night, so he has time, even with I-4 traffic. You Floridians, Central Floridians will get that.
Yes.
But gotta say it because we got these things to do. Good night, and thanks for joining us on our adventure.